Get your joy up, embrace this brand new day. Let light and love fill you up. Get your morning cup of Jubilee. So much goodness waiting, so much overflow. All this anticipation. Morning cup of Jubilee. Faith, love, and joy, the equation. Feeding your soul, you're amazing. Daily you're celebrating. Morning cup of Jubilee.
Good morning. You are tuned into Morning Cup of Jubilee. I'm Jubilee, your host, and I want to share my gratitude for you clicking on that button and joining us today. Now, I don't know if you have your mugs, your cups, your tumblers ready, but if you don't, here's the play of the day so you can go grab that. We'll be back in a moment.
Every day I am faced with a choice. For the world I'm gonna frame with my voice. I'm convinced that I must speak life and focus on the many ways God has blessed me.
I'd rather think about your
I'd rather think about your goodness.
how beautiful in all your ways.
Past finding out, created to complain. Now, oh yeah.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that clip. I love to support independent artists as I am one. And so every episode, we will definitely be featuring an independent artist with a small snippet from their song. And so, as I shared with you before, every episode is dedicated to a specific person who has inspired me. Today's episode is dedicated to my mom. My mom is one of the most strong and courageous women I've ever met. And for a time when we were children, she was a single mom making it. She went back to school when she was closer to 40. She got her GED. She went and got a college degree while raising 3 kids on her own. And so I want to salute my mom today. She's been there with me every step of the way. And so today's episode is dedicated to my mom. Love you, Mom. And now it's time for today's sip of inspiration. We daily have to adjust and tend to our crowns. Interestingly enough, the title of my book, The Crisis in the Crown, was inspired by me watching a show called The Crown. It's all about the English monarchy. There was an episode where Queen Elizabeth II was being coronated, and she was introduced to this crown. And so I started to research the crown and realized that it has like all of these jewels in there and how heavy it is. And I'm like, man, how strong do you have to be able to like wear something so weighty like on your head? And so I thought of the crown as the crown itself, but also as a representative of like life's journey and sometimes the heaviness of what we experience, through life or during our transitions in life. And I think that we develop strength to be able to carry the crown when we embrace all that life puts in front of us. And so I remember a particular part of the episode where Queen Elizabeth II was being coronated. Her father had passed away. It just was a terrible time for her to be called into such a position. But she felt like it was her mandate to do so. So she said yes. And as a result, she inherited the crown and all the responsibilities that came with it. And so it really is that piece that stood out, that she felt like it was part of her mandate. She embraced it. And I feel like that is what I have learned to do in my own life, is to embrace the good times, the bad times, the challenges, the transitions, and that every single time I say yes to those crises that happen, I also add jewels to the crown and the strength that I need through the grace of God to be able to carry the weight of the crown. And that is how I've made it through all of these different situations that I've been through by embracing the trouble as well as the triumphs. And that is today's sip of inspiration. You've been tuned in to the Morning Cup of Jubilee, where every drop uplifts, inspires, and restores. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.